Welcome back to our Battlemap tutorial creation series. We are going to work on adding a river and water shadow effects to our battle map. In our previous tutorials we created a base template which consists of our grass, dirt, and water layers. And then our most recent tutorials we worked on adding art assets, searching from Google the different assets that we wanted to add to the map. So today we're going to work on creating a river. Now you can actually just go out and look for a river, and you can find several to download that you could add in there, but they're usually not the shape you want or the size you want. So what we're going to do is work on creating our own river. First thing you want to do is, now again, real quickly, you could just easily cut out the shape of your river. Okay, but you can see that's a hard edge, and that sort of, takes away from the realistic nature of the map we're trying to do. So we don't want to do that. What we want to do is we want to add a layer mask, and you can add it here, right there, or you can go up to the menu, layer mask, reveal wall. Now we're going to be drawing on this layer mask, and what the layer mask does is, right now it's revealing everything, so we're going to hide parts of it. And so you want black as your default color. You select your brush, and I like irregular brushes for this because again it stops from adding a hard edge. And what we're going to do is erase the grass and basically the path that we want our water to go. Okay, and again, sorry I didn't mention this, normally your flow and opacity are going to be 100%. As you can see, that's pretty much the same as doing a cut. You're getting a sharp hard edge. So what you want to do is lower your flow. I usually lower it to under 30, usually 25 and below, and then I'll lower my opacity as well. So again, it takes a couple strokes to clear things out, and if I'm doing a large area, then I probably will raise those up, so like right here, I'll just make sure I get this all out of there. But when I'm doing edges, you want to do a couple strokes. Because again, what we're trying to do is get, a fade from grass down to the dirt. So again, let's just zoom out here a bit. And again, we'll just okay, and I'll resize that and then just go over it again. Okay. So again, next we want to go down to our dirt layer, because again we're trying to make a river, so we got to basically cut through or dig through our dirt. And so again we add a layer mask, and on the layer mask we then start erasing the dirt. And again, the shape, whatever you want, you can have different shapes and go from there. And so we're just going to go here and erase our dirt. And again, how close you get or how exactly you want it is up to you. But again, what we're trying to do is you go down. So you see we're going from grass, we got a bit of dirt, and even some dirt that it looks like it's sort of in the water. So again, if you zoom into 100%, you can see some of the dirt texture because it's not fully erased, and it sort of looks like it's the bed of the river. And that's sort of what we're going for, is just there. Okay, and so again, we'll just go along the edges. And go from there. So, okay. So that's our basic river. Now it looks again like everything else sort of has a 3D effect, so we got a drop shadow. Even our log, we put a drop shadow on. And this is sort of like flat. So what we want to do is try and add some contour or depth to it. So what you want to do is go out to Dungenie and type in Dungenie edge and grass. I think it is. Yep, there we go. Perfect. And you'll see these shadow overlays. And I'll have another tutorial that goes more into depth on shadow overlays and how to create your own. But basically you want to get just download some of these overlays. So we'll download that one. We'll grab this one. And let's grab, that's a little bit too much. Ooh, these look sort of nice. Yeah, that looks more like a realistic, so let's try one of those as well. get different effects. So again, we'll go back and open our overlays. First we'll grab our edge one, and we'll copy that over. Oops, we pasted it, so you can't see anything because we pasted it below our grass layer. So you want to make sure you're above your grass layer or whatever background layer. And then so you're going to zoom in, and we're going to shift this a bit. So what we want is we sort of want this to go along the edge of our river. So again, it may take a little bit of shaping, but this actually turns out fairly nice with the curve there, and we're going to duplicate that. And that'll actually make it darker if you want it a little bit darker. But we're actually just going to swap that around for the other side of the river. And that's not as good. But again, what we're going to do is we'll just add it there. And then we're going to go in and we can just you can either cut this off, or as I like to usually do, rather than cut, is I use the layer reveal masks and just hide that layer, hide that edge. Okay, so again, we're going to grab our other, we'll grab our other edge, and this one, or is that the same one? Nope, that's a different one that we grabbed. So we'll shape him around, and so again, we may have to resize this a little bit, and again, we'll go down. As you can see, I try and get him close to the edge, you know, from there. And then we'll actually leave that open. We'll duplicate that guy and move him around. And so we'll connect him up to there. Okay, so we're again, here's our stream that sort of drops down in. And then we'll actually duplicate that guy again, and we'll, I keep grabbing the circle. Yeah, because now it's rotating off the circle. Don't do that. So we'll add him right to the edge there. And again, hit the wrong button. Don't worry about it going there. We'll just add a layer mask and sort of hide that guy along the edge there. And we'll just go along here. So let's put him there, duplicate him, and go along there. Okay, and then we'll just go in and add a layer mask to this guy to hide that. So what that does is hide that. If I increase my flow and stuff, I'd do quicker. So what that does is that sort of gives us a little natural ramp here. If we zoom at 100%, you know, so here's the edges and it goes down in. Now again, my grass doesn't line up perfectly there, so I'm just going to go down to my grass layer and my overlay. Make sure you're on your overlay, because if you're on the wrong one, obviously you're going to start coloring your grass there. And I'm just going to actually reveal or hide again that edge. Just go along the edges, just clean this up a little bit from there. Okay, it doesn't have to be perfect. You don't want it perfect, because again, it's sort of, you know, it's sort of the grass is growing down underneath. Now, obviously, our water is very clear. This is a very blue water. You may want to get some different waters, or we can just go and darken this from there as you want. But again, just your different layers. Again, that's why in my base I'll have probably 10 different water layers for different types of waters. But that's what we covered in this tutorial of how to create basically a river within your battle map. Next tutorial, I will be going in how to actually create these shadow overlays that you can use for your different maps and save them. Thanks for watching.